All right, well, it's Thursday morning, a little after 7 a.m. Thought I'd do a little commentary while we await Andrew to get up and get going. So as you can see, this old school motel filled up over the evening. Again, this is building A, you can see there, and there's a sister building over there, building B, which I'm assuming is going to have similar residency. So it's about 36 degrees, I believe I saw on the phone this morning, here in Healy, Alaska, right near Denali. Slight breeze, and it's going to be another glorious day in the 40s, possibly even 50, which would be very warm. And we are headed up to Fairbanks from here today. We're going to be visiting a museum, so I'll get some footage of that up in Fairbanks. And I will be spending the evening in Fairbanks and then hustling down to Anchorage tomorrow for our jet ski tour. To that, the ATV adventure, I did not record anything last evening when we were done. Unfortunately, I could not record any footage as we were riding along. The trails were incredibly rocky. They were challenging, they were fun, they were very rocky, but there was no way for me to film under those conditions, so I apologize for that. It would have been nice to see some actual footage, but again, just couldn't do it with the conditions and the trails. Excuse me. And a lot of water. We drove through an awful lot of water bogs, which was kind of fun. You just got to make sure you put your feet up on top of the ATV as you go through the bogs. A lot of people didn't have the confidence to do that, and they got just soaked. But Andy and I made out fine. All right, we're here. I'll catch up. So we are here at the little diner down the road from the hotel called Rosie's Cafe. Anyways, the sign is on that tractor trailer back there. Here's the cafe. I just left Rosie's Diner, small local diner. All the locals were in there. Very few tables. There was probably 10 tables total.
Yeah.
Something like that, yep. The food, though, as you would expect from a local diner, was fantastic.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that it's breakfast, but the bacon was cooked perfect. Even the hash browns were great. Homemade hash browns, not frozen ones that they just heat up. And you had an omelet. How was the omelet?
It was fantastic.
All right, so there you go. So great breakfast, and we're now on our way to Fairbanks. All right, we made it to Fairbanks, a little over 2-hour ride. We're at the Morris Thompson Cultural and Visitor Center. You can see it up there on the main entrance is this way. And we stopped here first because an article I'd read this morning from a local was giving suggestions in Fairbanks, and she noted that this was the best place to start off your tour of Fairbanks. So we're following her itinerary. This is the restrooms here for man. All right, so we just left the Morris Cultural Center. Very interesting. They're now walking down a few blocks to 2nd Street, which is the Ice Sculpture Museum. I'm very interested in that. I've heard some good things about that, so let's we're gonna go check it out and get hopefully some beautiful photos of some ice sculptures. All right, so this is the ice sculpting building. Actually looks like an old movie theater. And I believe it was an old movie theater the way we're sitting inside. I did get some photos that I'll try to share. And here's Andrew. We're heading back to the car. Then we're heading over to the Alaska Museum. We're supposed to be pretty good there. A couple hours to go through it, I suppose. I heard. So, evaluation on the ice sculpture building. Frankly, I would pass on it. That's my advice to anyone. It was not what I expected it to be, for certain. Most of is essentially a 50-minute tour, but 20 minutes of the tour is watching a blurry film. And then you get another 20 minutes to walk around and take some photos, which you'll see. And then the last 20 minutes or 10 minutes or so is to watch the commentator named Andy, who is a local gentleman.
Not me.
He's going to show you how to actually use tools to do ice sculpting. As we're traveling through Fairbanks, I thought I would offer a little commentary that the city of Fairbanks is obviously a very old city. The buildings are old. And as I turn the camera to see, it's well, here we're going through a train station area, but the city's very run down. I was very surprised to see. It almost has a poverty aspect to it, at least the section that we were in. Now again, Fairbanks is very big. We're only talking about a small area that we were in. But again, I was very surprised by it. All right, here we are at the Alaska Museum. It's part of the University of Alaska. We're going to go inside. They say that it takes an average of 2 to 3 hours to really get a good understanding of the Alaska way of life, but more importantly, how Alaska came to be. So we're going to go educate ourselves. So we started in the first section of the Alaska Museum. I wanted to show the sea. There's a sea otter. The reason why I'm showing you is because when we took the whale watch, this guy was floating out in the water, but he was too far away for the camera to pick up. All right, we are downtown Fairbanks now. Another section of downtown. This is actually 2nd Avenue. Let's see. And going into the Arctic gift store, we were told by a gentleman when we left this morning that there's a pretty good gift shop. So we're going to go check it out. All right, the quest for my hat continues. That gift shop did not have it. Now, I'm going to turn the camera. We are actually at the Fairbanks Airport, as they have a gift shop in here. Here's the airport, as you can see. It's very small. It's even smaller than Manchester. But I guess that's expected. So, we're going into the airport to look for a hat. That's something you don't hear every day.
No.
Exhausted ourselves on looking for my cap. I've lost track of how many different places we've gone to around Fairbanks. One thing's for sure, we're becoming very familiar with the roads as we keep going back and forth and sideways.
It's basically 3 roads.
Yeah, that's right. It's basically 3 main roads. So anyways, we decided to stop at the Fairbanks Harley-Davidson, right there. Go inside and see what's going on, because our hotel is literally like a half a mile down the street here.
Yeah.
So we're going to check this out, then we're going to go check into the hotel. This is our lodging for the evening, Best Western. We already checked out the room. It's going to work out. All right, I didn't have the camera on, but as Andrew said, well, that was a tough ride. We drove 0.7 miles to the restaurant. So hopefully we'll be able to find our way back.
Yeah.
There's the name of it.
It would be nice if we could.
Got pretty good ratings, and the fact that it's close works out well, because we're both beat tired, so it's a beautiful Rubicon right there. Okay, let's go see what they... Yeah. That sounds pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can hear me in the restaurant, but I'm going to have the Alaska meatloaf, which is made up of ground beef, ground elk, garlic, demi-glazed mashed potatoes, and then a salad. So I'm having ground elk and beef meatloaf for dinner. Right. We just finished the best dinner of our trip. Andrew had the salmon.
Yeah, it was delish.
Delicious.
Sorry.
I had the elk meatloaf and potatoes with vegetables, and just amazing meatloaf. Unbelievable. So, yeah, now we're nice and full, and we're headed back to the hotel to take care of a few things, as we got a busy day.